No long intros today. Listen, thank you guys for your patience. I got more Sleep Token I want to get back on as we continue to break down this album. This has been highly requested from you guys right here, right now. It's none other than Infinite Bass. It's like I'm playing a game on my classic Game Boy. What a nice Mario bounce.
When you plucked me from the grotto, sound like a supermodel. When I would wake in staccato, no lightning in a bottle, just one eye on the target and 2 bricks on the throttle. I know now.
When you plucked me from the grotto, again, just staying continuous with that theme, these religious tie-ins, and even in Arcadia, for me, just representing kind of this battle in the heavens, this battle of the gods, but a grotto like a cave, but also like biblical, representing like reflection, meditation, spirituality in that case. Plucked me from the grotto, and then silent as a supermodel. I guess because supermodels, when they do the catwalk, they stay quiet, right? In that sense, flipping it that way. So you have the relationship yet again, and this dynamic introduced immediately.
Lightning in a bottle, just one like a supermodel. When I would wake in staccato, no.
Wake and staccato, that's a really just dope line. Like a staccato delivery, right? But for me, I think wake and staccato, like waking suddenly, like jolting, very punchy. So to me, that's like, again, that's sort of mental anguish and anxiety, waking in staccato. That's not right.
When I would wake in staccato, no lightning in a bottle.
No lightning in a bottle. Capturing lightning in a bottle. And, you know, there's that rush and that lightning and this essence of a relationship, but also maybe lightning from the heavens and the gods in Arcadia.
Staccato, no lightning in a bottle, just one eye on the target and 2 bricks on the throttle.
2 bricks, we're going full throttle, right?
I know now that even if I am frozen, timeless as a ghost in my nightmares of the ocean, the precipice I'm approaching, well, you will empty the darkness, you will keep me in motion. I know now.
Wow. Timeless as a ghost in the nightmares of my ocean. That's beautiful. And dark and haunting at the same time. That's the thing, is I'm so impressed with, like, there's this romantical, is that a word? It can be a word now. This romantic quality, this romanticism to Sleep Token's writing. And yet it's also, it's like romanticism meets Edgar Allan Poe, right? And then you have these twisted, dark depths and webs that we weave with words. The method in my madness, the glory in my wrath. I love that word flip, because obviously method to the madness, it doesn't mean like mad angry when you say method to the madness, to the process, right? And sort of like a evil genius in this case when it comes to Sleep Token. But then he flips the madness into wrath. Just again, like as an MC, and you think about lyricism, just like little rap bars like that, just like kind of just flipping meaning slightly on its head and just turn a phrase, isn't it? Super reverby, like cavernous right now. I feel like I'm at the grotto in the cave, just the way that this part is mixed and just reverberating and bouncing everywhere. So much space to this. It's a powerful percussive track now. Dancing and revelry. Again, I picture just like this, yeah, celebration of the gods. Dancing and revelry. What a line again. He's like an old soul. It's like a Tolkien. Give him a pen and turn him into a musician. Taller than Titans on box springs. Interesting. Like box springs of a bed, Titans on it. Back to the bedroom. Right, in this case, like taller than Titans on box springs. So you have Titans with the gods. And then this relationship to the gods. But then also, like as you guys keep telling me, of sleep and vessel. And that's where the box springs and the mattress ties back in. Wow, I tell you what, that guitar was teasing, and then all of a sudden everything just came forward, didn't it? And for me, he talked about in that last verse, like waters being freezing and now they're warm, right? And this time he's here and he's not going away. And we've had this sort of this pursuit, isn't it? And him wanting this commitment. And we talked about it in Provider and looking for something deeper in this connection this time, instead of it being like a fling, instead of it being just this rush of addiction or toxicity or whatever it is. He's trying to shape it, inform it, and give it a more everlasting meaning and existence to the relationship, right? So I take it in that vein. But for me, again, there's all this writing in these parallels of fame still, and kind of this world as he sees it, in this dreamscape of reality in which, you know, Sleep Token exists. And with the fame, it was freezing before, and now the waters are warm. You know, now I've kind of like, I was afraid at first. I had chills, but I've eased into this. I've warmed into this. I'm not going anywhere. You know, my music is timeless in that sense. And for me, it's that relationship of that dichotomy and that struggle still of fame, and how he deals with that and deals with this success and those pressures and this level. And then still on top of it, the shadow that's always underneath is that mental health and that anxiety that he deals with. Infinite, choosing the word infinite, like everlasting, eternal, right? And vast, like washing over, cleansing, having sort of this redemption and this cleansing of the past, even into the present. Why not? Give us a piano now. What's dripping in the background? Oh, that's kind of wild. It like hits on one side and then it's almost like it's in a cave and then it bounces out to the other side in the mix. I love that. Huh. The bathwater dripping, infinite bass, right? Switch up. Drift with me, I feel like I'm drifting in the water, right? Tying in with the infinite bass and just kind of floating and letting all this cleanse. But also like speaking to her and like drifting in bodies, just intertwining and just, you know, stop trying to control. Just let it go. Just drift. Stop trying to take control. Let go of that. Cease it. Wow. You will drown? Well, this just turned. I thought we were drifting and floating. Why are you screaming at me? Wow. This eclipse in me, that's tying back to that. Look to windward, right? Hang on. Because, all right, let's bring it back before it gets too out of hand. It's really harder to hear this. All this glory you didn't earn? Wow. This must be, I don't know which one's sleep and which one's best, you guys tell me, but this sounds like the other side talking now to our first person narrator, right? This feels like the answering. Or it could even be one's own devil on one's shoulder and that demon, right? Instead of floating, like, you know, sometimes like we even fight ourselves for control. And sometimes the mind fights the spirit, you know, and existing in this plane, and then the worry in our battle with time and our worries about the past and the future. And this sort of struggle for control feels like we're witnessing it right now with this dark, demonic, screaming voice happening. But then also the relationship and the battle of control in the relationship. And he's trying to urge, just let go. And now this is the pushback of it all. What did you do? How did you deserve this? What do you do to get here? Why should the power dynamic shift? And then back to the battle of the gods. I mean, again, the layers. Wow. Well, I'm going to sleep well tonight. Blood of man, wow. What I am? What was that? Hang on. It's really good for the eardrums. I will be what I am. Yeah, what I am. Oh. I will be what I am. No, I am not going to give up control. Wow, and this just angst and just, again, this breakdown just represents that conflict so well. with the instrumentation change. Man. It's when my soul left my body there. Phew. I'm glad it's a gradual fade out. That was intense. And what a change up too. Yeah, it's just gonna go away. Feels like the waters just float on. But it feels like we were floating and we were embracing. And then that fight and that struggle for control. And while I was floating on the water, all of a sudden I got pulled under. And then I was drowning and I was fighting for breath. Right? And then just the torrent of water rushes through and just carries us away. Right? And that water has changed from something peaceful and serene into something now dangerous and destructive. And that for me is just that greater symbolic allegory. And I love how they did that with the music too. Like everything was just, yeah, like I said, I'm sat there playing Mario. I'm chilling. I'm laid back. Everything's just a vibe and very spaced out. And then all of a sudden, the guitars come in. The screaming comes in. The heavy percussion comes in. You just get rocked the fuck awake. And you don't even know what happened. And you're trying to recover. And I feel like that's his struggle right there between the light and dark, good and evil, and the struggle in the relationship for power and control at the same time. And his struggle to accept this reality. And this success as well, just to tie in all the different layers I talked about. Sleep Token, you are Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys like today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end, obviously enjoy the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on, really does go a long way. Also, brand new song, The Internet live acoustic session. It is out now, absolutely killing it. If you want to check it out, my first ever just like live reimagined piano acoustic. Really, really dope. If you want to support the channel, if you want to check it out, I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again.